Everybody, we are live. That is Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. I am me from right here. Hope you're having a good Friday night. I almost said Saturday night. Oh, it's almost Saturday. It's Saturday somewhere. Kay Atwood hey, I just got a notification. I'm live. That's good to know. Kay, hello. Kadani Sean, hello. Let me skip down. Kadani, I just said that. Practically Perfect Parkhopping, who will be our guest here shortly. Oh, I got so excited I slobbered a little bit. Hello. My wife, hello. Noah, hello. Michael, hello. Samantha, hello. Samantha, hello. Samantha, hello. There you go. Addie family, hello. Candy mom, hello. Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, hello. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm happy to be here with you, Jeff, and all our friends in chat.
I'm happy that you're here. I have a really important decision for you to make. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you like this look or do you like this look? I think I like this look.
Let's ask the chat.
Chat, because you got all the weird stuff in the background. I can hear. Let me make it easier for them. I will. How do I get rid of all of that? I'll just get rid of all of that. How would I do that? How about we'll just do that? All right. Now, do we like it this way or this way? This is important stuff. Movie Mania Nick in the house. Go bigger. I like that in general. Go bigger. So go bigger like
go
this.
Go big or go home, right?
Go big or go home. I heard that somewhere before. Birdwell, hello. 2? I don't know. And Mike Wheeler, hello. I don't know. I'm going to go with this one just because I don't feel like, asking anymore. Any Disney pins added to your collection this week, my friend?
I just actually got some fantastic pin mail from Candy Mom 15.
Candy Mom 15, who's in the chat? No way.
Yes, she's amazing.
Hi, Cindy.
And I'm super excited to see her on her trip here. And she'll have to put what our countdown is until she's here. But she'll be here in Disney World. I want to say it's about 40 days.
Nice.
So, but I got some fantastic pin mail. Let me get it. It's right here.
Please. Yeah, I'm 18 plus 7. I am 25 days away from Walt Disney World.
Awesome. Okay.
So let's see your pins. Yeah, I've got stuff, but I'm going to shut up. I want to see pins. Hey, geeking out with Melly Mel. What you got?
So I love mail, number one. I love getting stuff. Don't you love getting stuff? Even like a postcard, whatever. I just love it.
Yeah.
So, but look at this. This is my favorite of all of them. But
I have that one. I love that one.
I didn't have it, and it made me tear up a little bit because
I don't have that one. I bought that one, and I gave it to my daughter. So, but I love that.
Dylan had this little hat when he was like, 4. Dylan only spoke pirate for his entire year of 4 to 5 years old.
I haven't understood any of my daughters or my wife in about 20 years, so I totally understand. Hey, Bethany, what's going on? Keep showing. I got to turn on my. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to show more. These princess pins, Candy, Mom, just know Taylor's going to steal this. She's already told me, and I love it. It's so pretty. And Dylan actually had this one, and I had stole it from him, so now I can give it back to him.
Now, for people who don't know who Dylan is.
Dylan is my youngest. He is
I knew that, but I was
the youngest of my army of children. And he's
army of children.
Yes, I have a whole bunch of them. I have an whole army of them.
I have a ballet troupe. Are ballet troops? Are they troops? I have little girls with glitter. Peanut butter, that is Kelly, or I'm her guest or she's my guest. Tina, hello. Birdwell, I think I said hello. Mar, what's going on? All the Resort TV ones sending people. Thank you.
And then I'm showing more because she sent me so much.
Keep going. Mansion Lover, I see you. Hello, welcome.
So yes, little Dylan wore this exact Mickey ear hat
when
he was little. So made me cry.
You're kind of making me sad, and I bet you don't know why, but when I tell you, I bet you know the news. Have you heard what they're shutting down forever and ever and ever? That you used to have a relationship with that I told you that someday I got to take my grandson to, and I don't even get to do it ever again now because they're jerks.
What?
The pirate, dress your kid up like a pirate or a mermaid thing.
There's closing Pirates League?
Yeah.
I've been away from all social media today. I'll have to tell you.
I don't understand
what antics I've been up to. But
yeah, I'm sad.
What? Do you know I got hired to be a pirate there.
I know, and I had plans. I was mad at you when you moved up the ladder already because my kid wasn't old enough yet. And hey, my mom, hey Tim, hey Peanut. It's just fun to say.
Honestly, it was such a cool thing.
No.
I think too few people knew about it. But I would so much rather. I mean, it was so cool for boys and girls. You know.
So 4 daughters. All of them went to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, which is really just it's like an evil plot to make me say Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. And hey Nathan, what's going on? And it worked. And it cost me all these dollars, and it was the cutest freaking thing ever. You know, I feel like I admit to crying on every stream. I don't like to admit to crying. My little kid's coming out all girled up. Yeah, and so I get finally somebody with my last name, and they don't even have my last. Finally, somebody in my ancestry tree comes out, going potty, standing up. I get to play catch and picking the pirate thing. And what do you guys do? You take it away from me.
You know, that makes me super sad because that was on my to-do list with my Jalen. So Jalen was going to do that. That makes me super sad.
I'm going to call Mr. Iger. Michaela, what's going on? Just another Disney, what's going on?
So I'm going to have to look that up and find out.
You know what? Right.
Are they putting something else there?
Yes, not pirate awesomeness. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I just read it. I think it was today. I don't want to talk about it. So we're giving away a pin later. In 21 minutes, I'll send it. Josh, if you're in there, I'll send in about 10 minutes the link. In 21 minutes, we're going to have our special guest. We're going to talk about a specific set of pins that he's collecting and his stuff. Hey, Detroit Disney duo, welcome in. I see a lot of you coming over from Resort TV 1. Thank you, guys. Jenna, if you're already home, I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. If you're watching, Josh, I'm sure you're driving home, but thank you. I doubt you hear me, but whatever. Really, really love those guys, and I appreciate you guys sending people over. This is the pin that I'm giving away, or if you don't want it, I'll give away 3 traders. Here's why I'm doing this. I bought a couple of these. I don't know. It's like Christmas time or whatever, and I think it was like a buy 2 get 1 free kind of deal. It's at the box lunch, and I really want to talk to my expert Kelly and get other people's opinions in chat. Hey, Stacy, what's going on? Hey, Paula, what's going on? I don't know if I consider this a Disney pin. Do I want to collect these? And so I'm asking you, Kelly. Here's the thing. So this is cool. It's cute. It's Aladdin, right? Oh, I like the focus with me in the background. I'm just going to keep it right here because I like that look. That's pretty cool, right? And so, but it's not a real Disney pin, right? Because it's box lunch, it's Funko, it's whatever it is. And it's got the little, you know, Boy Scout. I don't know what that is.
Right.
So I don't know. Hey, Christine, I don't know if I consider this a Disney pin. I do know this. I can't trade this in the park, right?
You can. Well, it's a Disney licensed pin.
Oh, so I can?
It is tradable at the parks.
Oh, really?
Now,
are you sure? I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask them.
I know they don't like that back. So what I would do is switch out the back. But it's actually a Disney licensed pin. Funko couldn't make it without Disney saying okay.
So I don't really know. I mean, you're right. Huh.
But the cast members don't like those. So just switch it out. You know, I've got a little like pirate dish that I have, I don't know, a gazillion of these.
TW Bump, what's going on? Hey. I'm confused. So you're saying that it's legal to trade in the
Yes, because it's as long as it's Disney licensed. It doesn't have to be Disney parks, but it does have to be Disney licensed.
I already learned a thing. Huh. So I haven't bought many of these. I gotta be honest. The reason I haven't bought many of these is when I'm at the box lunch, I'm buying Funko Pops, I'm buying my wife's shirts, I'm buying a mug, and I don't even want to look at the pins because I'm gonna, hey Spencer, what's going on? And if I see a pin I want over there, it's gonna cost me more money, right? So I try not to even look at them, but I did because I bought another one too. Here's, well, I mean,
one at box lunch I really, really want. It's a little chip and tea spilling out of him, and it says "Spill the tea."
Oh, I've heard of this show on Friday nights called "Spilling the Tea" with.
I really need to get on it. But those are so cute. Those are so cute. You have Genie, and then what's the other one? Stitch.
Yeah, I've got. Well, I bought 3 that night. I've got Stitch and little. I don't know what he's doing. Stitch being Stitch, and then I got 3. I don't know if I already. I mean, I probably bought one for one of my kids for a present or something. That's probably why I can't find the other one, but whatever. So when the winner wins tonight, yeah, that's right. When the winner wins tonight, they can either take this, if assuming they're in chat, or they can get 3 of my traders, which I'll just grab 3 and send to you. Because I wanted to, like sometimes you just want to get pins to trade, right? So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Maybe like last week we let them choose. So maybe let whoever wins choose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They either they get the one. Hey, Sherry, they get the one, or they can get 3 trader pins. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever. What's going on in Disney Pin news before we go get our awesome guest?
Well, there's been some. I went last week and picked up some pins. I'm going tomorrow before work, actually, to look at the new pins. But I'm excited. There's some cute pins coming out. Taylor's got her and I signed up for this pin trading event at Disney World, and we're going to be able to buy all of the new Cinderella anniversary pins. Early.
Hey, Disney Magic. That's cool.
It's going to be like a couple weeks before everybody else can get them. So I'm super excited about it.
That's really cool. Wow. So there's been a bunch of new stuff that came out. Disney Pins blog, put this out. I think Josh, our guest, commented on. I'm pretty sure he commented on this one. And I really like this one because it's got the lamp. I don't have anything with the lamp.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. And if you're not following the Disney Pins blog on hey Cargo, if you're not following them on all things, I mean Instagram and all those things, then you're just doing it wrong. Last week I took a whole bunch of pictures of some of the pins just to show you guys. This was from the Disney Pin Forum Instagram. I sent it to my wife and my daughter, but we weren't together today, so I don't even know if they've seen this yet, but this looks like something my kiddos and my wife will like. I mean, have you seen that? It's
cool.
It looks girly. It looks like, it makes me feel like I should put on deodorant, but other than that, I think that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the perfume bottles, right?
Yep. And then I think there's another one I want to show you guys, but I'm not finding it here, so I won't make you guys wait. But do you have specific sets that you collect? Like I collected, I don't know if that was me or you. I collected the Kingdom of Cute set, and I mostly did it because it came out when I was down there a couple years ago, and we liked them, and so me and my wife bought all the boxes. I also collect the American Adventure. We've talked, or American Experience. I've talked about a few of those. Do you collect certain sets?
You know, I'm not a completer. I'm not. I am a picker. I pick my favorites. I'm not one of those people that are like, I have to have them all, except like, so I don't. And Taylor doesn't for the most part either, unless it's one of those like puzzly ones.
Yeah.
She started the American set. I bought her 20 boxes.
Whoa, those were expensive. I don't remember how much, but that would have been.
It was insane. But she had to have surgery and couldn't go on the Disney trip. I was guilted, you know. So, and those were awesome. I mean, I can see why you want to collect those. They're huge. They're awesome. They're super detailed. I love the ones with Goofy. He's super hilarious in all of them. So that was a fantastic set. I haven't really felt the need to collect a whole thing. I did love the pirates in the portrait pirate mystery boxes.
I know what you mean.
But I was really only after the redhead. So I traded everyone but the auctioneer and the redhead.
This is our Dream in the House with Fun. They have a great Saturday morning stream. Actually, right after my stream, Beauty and the Beast with me and my wife, then Diz Our Dream goes live and they talk Disney pins. And you know who else goes live at that time? This guy, Josh. Did you like the segue? That was kind of cool, right?
That was pretty smooth.
I had more things to say, but I'm going to shut up. I love your shirt. I love your shirt.
I always get stopped by cast members with this shirt.
I bet you do. Oh man, see, now we're going to talk about parades all night. I seriously love that shirt. That is my favorite thing. That was my childhood. When they took it away the first time and then they sold the stupid little light for like $1,000 per little light.
Oh yeah.
Never got one, but
I was sad it didn't come to World. It was cool that it returned to Disneyland, but I was hoping that it would make a return to Disney World as well.
I don't see it coming to Disney World. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Because they broke it. So Disneyland now is like, oh no, we're not loaning it to you fools again.
So if you don't know who this is Josh from PPP Practically Perfect Parkhopping. Again, they go live every
me.
Friday morning, either on their channel or on Lynn's channel. I'm guessing it's on their channel if you're going live tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because Lynn's rudely having a birthday or something. What's she doing?
Yeah, she's gonna go suffer in Disney World. So you know,
she didn't even ask my opinion.
I feel bad for her.
Well, yeah, good. Right, Spencer? Best parade ever. So I kind of I started to promote it, and then I sent you the link. You are collecting. You were collecting. You are collecting. I'll let you tell them. A pretty cool set. I think is freaking awesome. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So it's right here. It's the Magic of Honor set. Let me take it off the wall here. I have one left that I'll get when I'm down there in roughly 6 days. But other than that, it's completed. And I'm just missing the last one here, which is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, let's put it right on you. Hold on. All right, there we go.
So it was a monthly set. You've got Tiki Room, Dumbo, Journey into Imagination, Everest, Haunted Mansion, Spaceship Earth, Star Tours, Kilimanjaro Safaris, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Great Movie Ride, Small World, and then Pirates of the Caribbean.
That is super cool.
And they're all limited edition of 2,000.
So that set, man, there can't be that many people are going to have that whole set. And I think you said last time that you're positive it's still number 12. The Pirates one is still available.
It is actually Corey Fiasco. I'm sure you know of him.
One of my favorite people. And if you're not following him, you're missing out. Actually, he posted a Disney Pin video today, which I have not seen yet. But
I watched it, and it's still available. And worst case, if it's not, I will get the last one, even if I've got to go to eBay.
Love it. So what made you collect that set? I think I know.
It's very militaristic.
Militaristic. Wow.
You know, it looks like military badges, and me being a veteran, I was drawn to it. And that's really the only reason. It's unique that it's got this ribbon. I don't know if you guys
cool looking too. I mean,
yeah, they are. They're very intricate, and I like the different metal. And if you notice, it's kind of interesting. But the Everest one is the only one that has enamel on it. All the other ones are a different metal.
Very cool.
Which is pretty interesting. Like 20,000 Leagues is like this bronzy gold, and then you got Small World, which is like a polished silver, and then most of the other ones are like a pewter. Or the only other time I've seen pins that's variations in metal like that is actually the individual Club 33 pins.
Yeah.
Which are at Disney World, each club in each park has its own pin, and they're all a different type of metal. And that's the only other time I've seen like a set that's had different metal like that.
Yeah, I really love that set. So, and I found it interesting. You went through what they all were for. The 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea one doesn't seem to fit for me. Do you know, like, what was that? They were all attractions, and then there was this one from this old, attraction / movie.
Well, it's that one, and that was an attraction in Disney World, and I believe it's still an attraction at Land, right?
It's
so back where Ariel's Grotto is now used to be 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and then like Great Movie Ride. It is strange to me that they have two attractions that don't exist anymore, but all the other ones are still relevant. So that was strange to me as well.
So I know a little bit about this answer because I've talked to you, but for the peeps who are just getting to know you or in chat right now for whatever, when did you start your Disney pin collecting journey?
Well, my first Disney that's a hard one because I picked up ones here and there. I don't really know. I really got into pins really heavily early last year, but I had pins here and there before that. Like I have my first pin I ever got right here.
Oh, I want to see. I don't even know what my first pin was.
I don't know if that'll focus.
Put it on you again. Oh, very cool. So if you haven't figured out, he mentioned it. Josh is a vet. Thank you for your service, my friend. Yeah, I've shared this before. I'll share it again. One night we had it was our NFL watch party, And I think that was the night that you and Kelly from Myers and Mel's met. Am I correct?
No, we met on the Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Opening.
Well, regardless, they hit it off that night, and the conversation turned to, well, pins, not Disney pins. And I'm a fan of just that stuff, our military in general, and studs like him who served. But you guys told some stories that it was very Disney pin-like. Do you want to share that story?
Are you talking about challenge coins?
Yes.
Yes, they're over there. I can't reach them. But so in the military, you got challenge coins that you can kind of give peer-to-peer, typically from somebody that's higher rank, very high rank, or government official, such as like the Secretary of Defense or something like that. And they bestow that on service members who do a good job or did something momentous. And it's more meaningful to the service member because it comes from a peer versus something you put in time or did something for to earn, such as a badge or a ribbon.
It was neat that night because I had never heard of such a thing. I grew up in San Diego, so I had lots of friends that were military or military families especially, and I had never heard of that. And I mean, maybe, I don't know if it's a new thing or whatever, but it was just fascinating hearing you guys swap stories about, well, I've got this one from this guy and I got this one from this guy. And I mean, it was cool. And it made me think of Disney pins. And I don't know if that's weird, but it had a Disney pin feel to me, although certainly more serious. And
no, I think that's probably why I'm drawn to Disney pins, because there's so many that's unique and so many of them hold a value that's a memory, that's, if it's a resort you stayed in, or maybe it's a certain character you collect or whatever it is. Disney pins have that attraction with people. Like you do have the people who just collect them and hoard them and they just love pins in general. But I feel like my collection, of course, I've got some that I could, trade off or whatever. But for the most part, each one of my pins, I've got some sort of connection to that. It means something to me that I'm not going to trade it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I have the pins that I love that will go on my wall or whatever. And then I've got a pile that I just want to be able to take. If I don't have 50 to take on a trip, well, I'm in trouble because I want to trade. Do you trade with cast members?
What's that?
Do you trade with cast members?
Oh, for sure. Actually, I've showed it several times, and you may have seen it. My pin board, because I'm redoing my pin board. I had to get a bigger board. It's right here beside me. But I was able to trade for, going back to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I was talking to a cast member friend of mine who is a Disney Vacation Club ASA. We were over by Star Tours. We're sitting there talking and chatting for probably 30, 45 minutes. And a kid comes up and trades because it's one of those just freestanding boards, and then leaves. And she goes over there and checks the board, and she calls me over there and she's like, "Hey, do you want to trade for this pin?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, not really. I already looked at the pin." She's like, "No, he just traded. I don't think he knew what he traded." And it is the Nautilus, and it's limited edition of, trying to see it, 300.
Wow.
300 people, 300.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so small, but that's it.
It's cool looking too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite pins, and that's one of my favorite pin trading memories.
Well, that's a fun story too. That's one of the things for me. Kelly, you're on both sides of it too, right? So he's talking about his cast member friend. You are a pin trader, and you've been on the other side of it, yes?
Yes. That was one of my favorite parts of my role when I worked at Magic Kingdom, was being able to trade pins, and it made it super fun. So, you do get those that you're like, oh my goodness, did they know what they were trading?
Yeah. That's what I was asking. As a pin trader personally, but being on that side of it where you're there to let the customers, the fans, whatever, get the pins. Did you ever notice somebody trading over something that you knew was something that they should probably be keeping?
I did.
Yeah.
And it was a child, and I addressed the parent and I just said, "Do you have any other traders? Because this one really shouldn't be traded."
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes. So.
I've done that in my personal life. We have friends. I mean, we live in Texas. I don't work at Disney, but we have friends, and their kids came over and they wanted to trade pins with us. Well, they've got like 9, right? And they love their pins. So we're like, no, we're just gonna give them to you. And they're like, "Okay, this is great. I want to trade." I'm like, "Okay, but now you have 11. I'll give you 5 more. Trade one of these to me because, what do you do, right? They're like, no, because Dad's right there, and Dad spent $80 on the 4 pins or whatever. So, yeah, I wonder how cast members handle that. I mean, you're not always going to know, right? You can't watch every pin, but stuff happens. I mean, I've got decent value, certainly very limited pins, let's put it that way, office cast members, and it's at least a 50-50 shot it came from a kid or somebody who didn't know, right? I don't know. It's always intrigued me.
Many times parents buy their kids want a pin trade. They see everybody pin trading, and then you'll be surprised how many people just buy that, $15 to $20 pin for their kid to go trade for a hidden Mickey.
Yeah. Well,
depending on the hidden Mickey, I might do that.
That's true too, right? It's just, that's the thing. Like, I mean it when I say, people ask you about values. There's no price guide, right? It's what you love. It's what you like. Like, you're never going to trade that limited edition 300 Nautilus pin because of the story, right?
For sure. Yeah, I would never. Yeah. Speaking of pins that have a story, I have a friend that we met on a Keys to the Kingdom tour. He was the cast member giving the tour, and that was his assessment. And at the end of the tour, he was given his badge, and it was a really cool thing. None of us knew. It was all kind of like a secret shop, or another cast member was kind of creating him.
That's right.
And since then, we've become friends. We've hung out. He's been on tours with us. As a matter of fact, when we go down in like 6 days, he's having dinner with us and hanging out with us for a day at the park.
Nice.
And he's in guest relations and just a really great friend. And he gave me this pin that he got from, I guess, the cast member store there. And he's like, Josh, since you make so much magic for people in the park with your vlogs and stuff, I wanted to give you this as an honorary cast member. Oh. And it's just one of those pins that I'll never trade because it's just super cool. Of course, it's not going to focus, but it's Jiminy Cricket, and it says Walt Disney World, and it says cast member underneath. And
I love it.
The badge. But, it's things like that. Like, it's not the most lavish pin. It doesn't have some of the craziest features, but it's the meaning behind it.
Yeah, amen. And that's what Disney is, right? For me, people ask me on the weekly now, because we do this, right? Why do you love, or what do you love about Disney, or whatever? And it's hard to quantify, but it always comes down to those memories. There's a story connected to it. I don't love the Disney Castle. I love how much my wife and kids love the Disney Castle. I don't like the Disney Castle, but, it's not what I would have put there. But you know what I'm saying? When Tink flies around, I love the little kid that's crying. And if I cry, it's because the little kid's crying, I swear. But it's the stories that are connected to it, right? I like the story. Well, you guys don't even know what I'm talking about when I say storybook. Do you guys know what the storybook? The whale going through the whale of Disneyland. We don't have that at Walt Disney World.
Storybook canal boat.
Yeah. Okay. We don't have anything like that in Walt Disney World, do we?
Disneyland's better.
Huh?
Nothing, guys. I didn't say anything.
Whatever. Anyway, it's just the fun stories. Hey, Orlando guy are I don't know. I just think they're the best, and when they connect to the pins, it makes it even more special. Now, I have 4 daughters, and they collected pins before me. You've got, I think you called it a gang, Kelly. Josh,
I have an army of children.
Army, there you go. Josh, you've got a growing clan down there, right? Or up there, over there, or wherever you are.
One on the way.
Does the one that's already here collect yet?
She does. She does. And she's very adamant on her collection.
What does she collect?
She collects, when she can find them, DuckTales, anything pertaining to DuckTales.
Wow.
And The Nightmare Before Christmas.
There you go. I knew I liked
She's got a few Star Wars pins.
I think she was, when I saw you guys down there, weren't you about, you were going to get, never mind, you were going to get
She went to go get her droid, which she was driving around tonight, actually.
I thought it was a saber. You're right. It was a droid. Well, regardless, it was buying something. And your family has been, I think I met you through your family's love of ears and Disney pins. You've got multiples in your family like me that collect. Yes, Kelly?
Yeah, Taylor's by far the biggest pin collector, but they all collect pins. Kennedy collects everything Pixar. Everything Pixar and Little Mermaid, and Dylan collects Pirates and DuckTales and Donald Duck and Lion King.
Both of you got
Matthew's a big collector too. So
awesome.
Everybody kind of picks their niche. So no matter, usually any pin that we trade, we know when we're trading, we're like, oh, maybe that's not my thing, but Kennedy will like it, or Taylor will like it, or Matthew, or Dylan, or.
I love that. Hey, Shelly, what's going on? Oh, thank you for posting that, Stacy. Hey, Bethany. See, that's one of the things about when Kelly and I were talking about the show, one of the things that I wanted to create was this group that came together that would get to know each other's likes. And so if you see an Adventureland pin, you think me, right? Now you got two people that are thinking DuckTales, right, or whatever. And that's kind of neat. For me, having a big family, there's hardly any pin that's not going to be wanted by somebody between my wife, my 4 daughters, and now my daughters are getting married and they're having kids. I mean, pretty soon I'm not going to have any pins to myself. And, I bet you guys both can understand. Well, Josh, you will. I mean, you're working on number 2 right now, but it's so fun to collect. Like I shared this last week. I'll share it again for anybody who wasn't here. I collected baseball cards. I still collect baseball cards. I'm pointing to baseball cards on my wall right now. But my daughters don't collect baseball cards. My wife doesn't collect baseball cards. And this is something. And Josh, me and you've talked about this a little bit too. I think you're probably going to agree. This is something we can do. This love of Disney, it's more family friendly than collecting baseball cards, I guess.
I think it's more broad. It's such a wide. Yeah. It's a genre that has genres within it. Because like Britt has her own things that she collects. Addie collects her own. I've got my own, and I'm sure you guys have your own. And everybody can collect what they like, and then it becomes something that you do with your family.
Yeah. And if I go and I buy a box or 4 on my trip and I get 2 I like, it's likely that this other 6 are going to probably fit into somebody's collection in my family.
Mm-hmm. And doubles. Like now we've added Kate to our vlogging team, Britt's sister. And
I love her. Do you know why I love her?
Why is that?
Chartreuse. I learned that you said, or your wife said, one of you guys on your stream last week said that she's put together chartreuse boards or something.
Oh, she does, yeah.
Sign me up.
But like we've gotten doubles, and they go to her to start her collection. So
love it.
We just kind of pay it forward.
That's the way to do it. So what is on your next? So you're about to complete a set. Kelly doesn't complete sets as much. She's always buying. Well, you're looking for limited edition stuff and all that. But what's your next thing after you complete this set? Do you have something you're going to go for? I mean, you're going to be down there in a couple of days, so you probably time to pick one, right?
Yeah, I was looking at the new, I think it's called the I Collect series. I think the first one's Figment. It opens up and it looks like a little pin book.
I'm writing this down. I collect. I don't know about that. I
was looking at that one. They have some. See, I used to collect Hot Wheels, like you collect baseball cards. And now they've got. What's that?
I have a buddy who still collects those.
Well, and they've got now they've got a pin series that look like blister pack Hot Wheels cars, but they're not. Obviously, they're pins, but that's something I was looking at. And then it's so hard when you live out of state because then you rely almost on having to get it from eBay or something like that, which I don't really like to do that. But if it's between me and completing a set, I'll do it if I have to. I've got some
eBay purchase this week that has nothing to do with pins, but has everything to do with Disney collectibles that I'll be showing here shortly. Mickey saying what's going on. I think I saw Taylor in the house here too. Hey Taylor, what's going on?
But for the most part, it's if it's not a set that they're coming out with, I'm just looking for whatever it is that I collect. Like I collect Robin Hood, and that's a hard set or hard pin to find. They don't make a whole lot of Robin Hood, so those are always worth the hunt.
Yeah. And then limited edition.
I love Robin Hood.
Oh yeah.
Taylor was just saying in the chat that finding someone to do pin pickups is so much a better alternative than maybe eBay. You're going to pay less, and it'll probably be
we've done that. And my friend Alan that I mentioned earlier, he's done some pin pickups for me, and even been able to get me some cast member pins that you can't go get. So I've done that. But I always hate being a burden.
Especially if it's somebody who's in the park anyway. I did pin pickups for a long, long time before I became a cast member. And, it was great. I was in the park anyway. It gives you, something to do. And so people generally love it. Taylor and I have ran into a lot of people that do pin pickups. So, and Taylor does them as well. But It's just you won't pay as much.
Oh, for sure.
It freaked me out for a while when like the new pins were coming out. Before they even came out, people were selling them on eBay, sometimes even less, and I didn't understand it. Well, it's because people get discounts and this and that. And for years, I didn't understand what that was all about. I thought they'd be the fake ones,
which Disney frowns upon.
Sure, big time. They went hard on trying to get people to stop doing that. As a matter of fact,
yeah, they did. You know, one thing that's always probably for you too, Jeff. You know, it's always tough when like a new festival comes out and the first thing that goes is like limited edition pins, like within the first 2 days or something. That's always tough when you're out of state.
Especially for me, I love Christmas so much. So the Christmas Disney, we drop a lot of money on Christmas Disney merch every year, and we're trying to make it in January. So we're getting the deals, and we just don't get all the limited stuff. We just get, what becomes the deal. But having that thought for the last 2 years hasn't worked well because we just buy all the stuff we want, and then we go buy the discounted stuff afterwards anyway. And so now we're actually spending more money. And I'm still not getting any limited edition pins. So yeah, I like the special edition, the Christmas party and the Halloween party merch.
Yeah.
And I always want the pin, and I always want the, the cards, and just that's the hard part of living in Texas, and for you Tennessee, right? That's
right. And actually, I think when I ran into you that day in Galaxy's Edge, that trip you picked up a countdown for Halloween, right? Like a big jumbo countdown pin.
Yeah, it's right there. I'm pretty sure it was on that trip. Probably.
Well, when I was down there at the end of November or middle of November, I actually got the Christmas one.
I know you did. You showed. Oh, see, I
yeah, and it's a big countdown.
I love countdown. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
It spins on the back. It's got the 2 dials to change it. The dates don't hold very well, but it's a cool pin.
I got the one last year, and it's so cool. I love those jumbo countdown pins.
Yeah, I love
them too. That's probably the biggest pin I own. Besides, like, I've got one pin from, I think it's Mickey's of Glendale. Every now and then they'll do like an online release, and I got one pin off of that when Solo came out, and that's a pretty big pin. But that's the biggest pin I have, I think.
I don't buy the big ones because I don't have all the big dollars, but I always like them. I always want them. Downscale asked about some medallions, not the ones he's talking about, but I really like these Museum of Antiquities pins.
Oh, those are cool.
They're very cool. I really, really like those. And then everybody else. Stacy, did I finish my 51? Kind of. Not what we're talking about, though. But I'll talk about that. Stormy, oh, shoot, where did it go? See, this is what I wanted to find.
I saw something that I should have read.
Hey, Jim, more sunshine, please, in the house. What's going on? Yeah, Stormy Stitch said, and this is for us, have some Robin Hood pins to trade. I know at least 2 dudes in this stream that collect Robin Hood pins, so that's cool.
Love Robin Hood.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite all-time movies. Hard to find stuff for there. He just says I have a pin collection, but I don't trade them. I just buy the ones I like. Well, and that reminds me. So we're going to give away this. Oh, wow, it's 41. So we're going to give away. I'm going to put it on me real fast, guys. We're going to give away this in about 10 minutes. And if you don't want this one because it's not a traditional, I'll just send you 3 trader pins. If you'd rather just get 3 trader pins, I just got a pile, and I'll just grab 3. Or you can get this one. It's kind of fun. Again, just to be clear, it's not normal. I don't know what the wording is. I'll let you guys decide. It's a Funko one. And I don't know, traditional? I don't know.
Well, it's interesting.
It's not sold at the parks. It's not a Disney Parks pin, but it's sold at Box Lunch, but it's Disney licensed.
So I want to hear from both of you. You're both pin collectors. Do you collect these kinds? And then fantasy pins. Now, this is not a fantasy pin, but I don't know. It seems like somewhere in the middle. I'll shut up. What say you guys?
I don't collect fantasy pins either. Now, I will say some of the older Disney store pins had backs like that.
Old ones, yeah. I have some real ones that are old, quite a few actually, but
I do too.
That's different. That was just before they did the Mickey heads or whatever.
Right. And I always, to tell a fake pin, one of the ways is if it's magnetic. But some of the old Disney pins are magnetic, so.
Oh, really? Huh. Taylor told us that one. I think it was Taylor. I don't know. I got to be honest. I've said this every week. If I
Taylor
love
just
it,
said that the box lunch, or if they're not Disney Parks pins, they're not tradable. But I was told that as long as they're licensed Disney pins, you can trade them with cast members. Now, as far as trading at a pin trading event or with other people not cast members,
well, sure. I mean,
maybe they aren't tradable.
I mean, I can
But
trade it to you
I
if
was
you
told as
want it.
long as they're Disney licensed, that they're fine to trade.
That's what I always heard.
Training.
Oh, sorry.
So I don't know.
Downscale, I don't know about that, but I put it up there because it made me laugh. Well, whatever. So again, we'll give away the pin. And so if you're interested in winning that pin or just 3 random trader pins, what you need to do in the next 7 minutes, you need to go to this video. It's the video I posted today, and leave a comment. I don't care what you say. Say you like Josh's shirt. Say you like Kelly's ears. Say you like my hair. I don't really care. Just put it in there, and it'll make you eligible. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. And then we'll do the comment picker here probably at like 55 after, so in 12 minutes. But I'll close it at 10. Well, I'll tell you when I'm going to do it, and I'll pull it up. I guess you close it when you go to the app, right? So whatever, I'll pull up the app, and we'll see who wins. What else you guys want to talk about Disney pins? Like what other things are on your, I want to get it. Do you have a, well, especially for you, Josh, do you have a Grail pin, something that you really want more than anything else?
Yeah, they have a pin that's actually an Imagineering pin, and I love, if I can ever track down Imagineering pins, those are my absolute favorites, and it's a SEA pin. If you love Adventureland and you know of the SEA.
You're talking about in the land of the germs right now, yeah?
No, I'm talking about the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Kangaroos and all that stuff.
Exactly. Okay. Those are my favorite. And there's one that is the SEA logo.
I've heard you talk about this. I should have known. Yes.
That I would love. And, actually, a pin that I got this week is a Jungle Cruise pin, and it was the Disneyland variation of the Magic of Honor.
Oh,
and
nice.
That's the crest of the kingdom. And it's Jungle Cruise. It's hinged, and it's got the little SEA logo on it. But anything SEA is really like that or Robin Hood's kind of my grail. It's got
tell the people SEA is no longer, well, what is SEA?
So SEA kind of spun off of like Paradise, Pleasure Island, not Paradise Island. Pleasure Island.
Now. Yeah, it was part of where Disney Springs is now, right?
Yes, and so it's like this kind of lore, this kind of hidden lore of Disney, such as like Skipper Canteen, Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain, Mystic Manor, and you've got these characters that's been created, and they all kind of intertwine, and they're part of a secret society. And so, like Kungaloosh is their phrase. It's really cool. You have to look it up. It's like this kind of hidden lore of
the whole
Disney.
Backstory. Well, and the Haunted Mansion has that. And the Haunted Mansion has 3 or 4 different ones, and some intertwine and some don't. Same kind of thing, right?
Well, yeah, and they link through different parks. So, like, Disneyland Paris might have a nod to something else, and they're all linked and connected, and they're all part of like this secret society.
I love that. I love that you know that. That Diz Girl was on my show in December, and she loves doing videos that go really into depth with that kind of stuff. And I don't know if you know her channel, but you would love it. Check her out. I never got to see. Is it Pleasure Island? Was that what it was called? Because I didn't even know what it was until it was already gone. And it was, I don't even know if I'm going to say this right. You tell me if I'm wrong. It was kind of a young adult nightclub kind of thing, yes?
As far as I know, I never got to see it. But I know like the Adventurers Club and that all kind of circled into SEA. And that's just for me doing my research. But, if you ask your waiter next time you're at Skipper Canteen, they can give you a whole big tour and tell you all about that stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Now, is Jock Lindsay a part of that?
Yes.
I thought so. That's cool. See, I haven't checked out any of that. Hey, there's the Lynn. We were just talking about you, Lynn. How are you? Happy almost birthday in a day and a half or something. Is it Sunday? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Happy almost birthday, Lynn, whenever it is. I think it's Sunday.
It is.
That's awesome. And I think she Rudy is down in Disney without any of us, right? What the heck?
That's true. She's going to suffer, though. God. Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, it was Jeff. Okay, that's what I thought. So, Kelly, do you have? You're a veteran of living down. How long have you lived down there? Did you check out any of the stuff that he was talking about, Pleasure Island and all that stuff?
I've only been in Florida a year and a half.
I was trying to remember when you told me you moved there.
Yeah, Pleasure Island was gone, but I think it had Jessica Rabbit as the logo, like on the outside. So I have looked a little bit into it. But it sounded like it was a really cool place to go.
Desert Dream says Pleasure Island was where they celebrate.
Pleasure Island?
Yeah. Desert Dream says Pleasure Island was where they celebrate New Year's every night. They had a bunch of different bars, country, jazz, rock, disco. That sounds awesome. And Lynn says she's still at work. Yeah, you're just trying to make us not mad at you because you're going to Disney. Whatever. I love that. I love that you like the lore of that. For me, Adventureland is because when I was a kid, it was my favorite area. I've mentioned before a million times, my grandpa had a little piece of the Jungle Cruise and Main Street, whatever. And it was my favorite. It's like if I was dreaming about Disney, I was dreaming about Adventureland. And then when I see they had this whole other thing, I didn't know what Kungaloosh was until I was a full-on adult, like a couple of years, I don't even know, 5-6 years ago. I don't know when I learned of that. And I still don't really feel like I know what the heck I'm talking about when I say it. But Skipper Canteen and all those things, I love how they have the backstory. And then that gets me to the Disney pins. Like my number one, one of my number one Grail pins is the Chippendale Bengal Barbecue because it's in Adventureland, because it's Bengal Barbecue, it's in Disneyland. The first time I was in Walt Disney World, I asked every cast member I could find in Adventureland who would talk to me where the heck Bengal Barbecue was. And I was like I was an idiot.
I did the same thing.
Did you? I wanted it. And they didn't give it to me.
I'm sorry, there's no Bengal Barbecue.
I kept looking for Critter Country.
Wow, right? Exactly.
Where's New Orleans Square? I'm so confused.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So here is the link to the video. You've got 2 or 3 more minutes. Drop a comment in there. Doesn't matter what it says. Because anything you want. I was asking some other people. They talked about making you put in a hashtag. You do need to be present. So what we'll do is we'll pick a winner in like 4 more minutes for this pin. If he or she is not here, give you a couple minutes to get there. Maybe we'll give them a day. And if they never show up, we'll give away this and something else next time. I think Kelly's got some stuff too. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting, Kelly? Am I forgetting something?
I don't think so. We're just chatting and showing pins. It's a good time.
So what do you guys collect?
So for me, I'm into Museum of Antiquities pins and anything Adventureland. Anything tiki room. Yeah. If it's Adventureland, it's for me. Then when I stop somewhere, like when I became DVC, I bought some DVC pins. When we were at the Poly, I bought some things from the Poly. Just like everybody, when you go someplace, when you're at an event. So when I was at Food and Wine, I'll be at Festival of the Arts here in a couple 21 days or whatever. I'll definitely get some stuff from that just to remember it. But what I'm collecting is the Museum of Antiquities pins, and then
I need to look into those because I haven't seen those.
They're pretty cool. So I love.
Show it again. Do you have one?
I mean, there's a bunch, but this is the one that I have.
Make yourself big so we can see it.
I've been doing that for 35 years. So this is
okay.
And this is set
super cool.
In the Museum of Antiquities set. This is a 15 pin coin set. Boy, that doesn't feel right. And I don't know, what is it, limited edition? Each one of the pins are limited edition, a different number. Some are harder to get than others. And I've got like 7 of them or whatever. I don't know. And then I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I love Christmas pins. I like attraction pins. So if it's one of my favorite rides, like I love Mine Train. So I'll get a Mine Train pin if I see one. Stuff like that. What about you, Kelly?
I'm a lot like you. I love Adventureland. I love attractions. So if I love an attraction, I have to have it. I also do the resorts. If I stay at a resort, I get the pin. And of course, my favorite to collect are pirates. I'm absolutely obsessed. And I mentioned the portrait series in the mystery box. I can't tell you how many boxes I had to get to finally get the redhead. My main collection are the redheads of Disney, mainly Pirate Red, Jessica Rabbit, Merida. I don't really do Little Mermaid. Taylor and Kennedy both collect those, and so I leave her to them. But Haunted Mansion, anything New Orleans Square, I absolutely love. But Pirates, Adventureland. I'm looking at my set. Redheads. I do Lady and the Tramp and Robin Hood as well. So
Lady and the Tramp, that's a good one.
Yeah, I kind of loved Lady and the Tramp, right?
Robin Hood's a tough set. I've had a hard time collecting Robin Hood. I love it. I appreciate each one I have, but there's not a lot.
There's not a lot. And I just
that's what makes it a fun set, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes it better and worse at the same time, right?
Taylor usually finds me all my Robin Hood, and she'll trade for them and get them for me. But it's just fun. That's what we were talking about, is the memories. I always, when I'm getting pins, I think that's why I'm not like so focused on completing. It's like a scrapbook for me. Like,
right.
I remember when I stayed here, or, oh, I love this character, so it's kind of like each one has kind of a memory to it. And anything Disneyland, I'm obsessed with Disneyland. So I do love Disneyland things. I really love the years, like the anniversaries.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I like to get those too.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can maybe find one or two of the Space Mountain 45th stuff when I come down, but I'm sure those are gone.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that I like. So I had and I bought this on eBay, but they had a grand opening or whatever they called it for Expedition Everest, and so they had a couple lanyards and a cool pin, and I wasn't there for it, so it's not like I was commemorating a trip, but I wanted it because it was cool. It's just stuff like that. If it tickles my fancy, as weirdos would say, but I just said it.
Yeah, and and I like unique pins too, like where they've gotten really creative with the pin.
Yes.
They've done something like there's an Everest attraction pin, and I think you can still get it in the park, but it feels like a patch.
That's cool.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
It's not like the back is metal, but the front is like a patch. It's cloth. Which is cool for this because it's easy for you to see because it doesn't reflect.
Hold on, put it on there again.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's like a patch, and so those kind of things, it's unique. And obviously, I love Everest. Who doesn't?
I love that one.
I love it going up. It's the going backwards.
For me, it's
where
not,
I'm like, I hate this ride. I'm not enjoying it.
Well, it's not the going backwards that gets me. It's when you go forward the second time and you hit those G's right before the end. And like the last few times I've rode it, I've made really bad decisions before I've ridden it. Like I'm in the queue and I've got a venti coffee and I'm like, well, I guess it was a venti double shot. I'm like, well, I got to down it. I can't just leave it here. So I drink this venti double shot and then go ride Everest. I feel horrible when I get off. And then the next time I rode it,
you made. Well, I'm glad to hear it was coffee. I thought you made a different bad decision.
No, I've never gotten sick on it. It's just like I went and had homecoming brunch, and my friends in Animal Kingdom was like, "Hey, we're about to go ride Everest. You want to come ride it with us?" I was there to get the Simba magnet. And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I guess I'll go ride Everest before I leave." And I just like eaten my weight in Southern goodness at homecoming.
You guys see Lynn trying to get all the seats to herself? Nobody's sitting by Lynn ever again.
I don't feel so good when I get off.
I love it, whatever. But you said going up's the worst. Like if I'm getting nervous, it's why I'm, looking out into the, the Atlantic Ocean a million miles away while we're going.
When you're just sitting up there at the top.
Yeah, or trying, the part going up, Yeah, so I remember the first time we sat there, I remember thinking, how long are they going to make us sit here? Like, and then boom, you go. I love that one. So fun.
with you guys being pin collectors, are there any ever releases that you just have like a serious case of FOMO where you just feel like you're missing out on this release and it just kills you? Like that always happens to me at like pin trader nights, especially this next one that's got a Robin Hood pin as one of the main pins. It's Maid Marian, but
yes. So
like, that happens to me all the time.
So there's a bunch of reasons we have this show, but one of them is so I can get this awesome person named Kelly to go buy these pins for this. And every now and then I say, hey, I got to have that one. My kid needed one the other day, so she got one. But yeah, the last trip that I was, well, it was Kelly. When I met with you, I think I bought it the day we were there. They had Ichabod. Sleepy Hollow, the 70th anniversary or whatever it was. I had to have that. I loved that one. When I was a kid, I loved that one. I still love that one. So yeah, when there's one that I know is not going to make it to the next time I'm there.
Is it this one?
Let's put it on you again. Hold on. Yes, I love that one. Well, and I got it. I got that one, and I got the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, whatever, because it was the same day. I love those. I love both of those.
Well, and Mr. Toad, of course, that's got a very Disneyland vibe to it.
Yes. Well, and my sister called it Mr. Toad Frog. So my family loves that ride for a bunch of reasons, and it is Disneyland, and it's part of the Sleepy Hollow thing. Sleepy Hollow was probably my favorite thing growing up. I mean, I love that movie.
Speaking of Mr. Toad, I think I saw a Mr. Toad ornament at the Disney store.
Yes, you might.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you might be able to find that on Top Disney.
It is such a fun ride.
Yeah, I like how it gets hot, like in where you don't want to.
You get hot. I mean, where else can you make bad decisions, drink, drive, get in an accident,
it's kind of a
get
ridiculous
through the hill, get ran over the train, go to hell, and live to tell the tale.
I mean, nowhere but Disneyland, right?
Right. It's
Mr.
awesome.
Toad's Frog, right? Stacy, my whole family, like we would call it Mr. Toad's Frog in the park, not knowing we were being funny because it became part of our thing. So yeah. All right, who wants to give away a pin? So if you haven't got over there, I'll give you oh wow, we're already at the hour. I'll give you one more minute. There's the video. Go comment. I'm going to pick it up right now, and we will see what we see. Now, the first time we ever did this, somebody who wasn't in the chat won, but we flipped it because remember who it was, Kelly?
Wait, what? And the first person to win was Stacy, wasn't it?
No, the first person was my mommy, and I didn't let her win.
Oh, that's right.
So if you're in the chat, you got a shot. But if it's somebody,
not if you're Jeff's mom.
Yeah, if you've ever lived in any house that I lived in at the time I lived in it, you're ineligible. But everyone else can win. But you do need to be present. And people have talked about, I don't even feel bad. The whole idea is a giveaway pin to get you to come to the chat. So if you're mad at me, I don't care. All right, you guys ready? I've got. So I have 31, and it was just a 30. So somebody just added there. So everybody's good, right? Let's get it to the new comment. All right, I'm gonna put it on me because I'm so pretty. All right, here we go.
Why not?
And the winner is Bethany Mickler. I saw her in here earlier. Bethany, are you still here? If you is, you is. If you ain't, you ain't. I hope you're here. And if you are, I saw her a couple minutes ago. I'm guessing she's here. You either get this one or 3 randoms that'll just be traders. Let me know. Anybody see Bethany? I know she was in here earlier. Drum roll, please, for Bethany.
Give her a minute. If not,
she was here earlier. I know she was. Anybody know Bethany? Send her a message. Get her over here. Tell her she's a winner. Bethany. Bethany. Bethany's a fun name to sing high pitch like that. Congrats to Bethany. Well, I will find her. She obviously left me a comment, so I can reach out to her that way. If I don't get her, if by next week I don't hear from her, we'll give away this and something else next week. But this is for Bethany. Hopefully she will show up again. Jeff, just so you know, there are lots of us that would be here, whether or not you. Oh, I thank you, Stacy. Well, I guess Bethany might have left us. I'm hoping somebody let Bethany know, or just be mean and don't, and hope you get this next week if you really, really want this. But I'm rooting for Bethany to show up and get this one. And we will give her the choice either of this one or 3 traders, which will just be 3 randoms that I got in my trader thing. That's where I want to leave it. How many traders do you guys bring? So you both talked about trading. I seriously try to bring 50. Here's my thing. I have 50? A bunch of kids. 50. And
each day?
Last time I brought 50 and it wasn't enough. Do you know why? Reagan. My daughter Reagan. She goes through like she's not just pin trading because she wants to get a pin she likes. She's pin trading because she likes it. She likes talking to the staff. So all of a sudden I'm down to I got 3 pins left. But as long as she recycles those back, it works out. But I'm really aiming for 50 by February, whatever I'm going down there. How about you guys? How many do you bring to trade?
Not 50.
You know, I just I guess on a big trip, maybe I would take 50. I take about a dozen to the parks each day. So about a dozen. Because I don't really trade unless I want what I'm trading for.
Right. That's about me too.
Me, but then my daughter's like, every time we see a cat member.
Well, and like Addie loves to trade, but see, this is kind of a quick segue, but it's a good point because we're talking about pins. So obviously we know what the blue name tags mean, you know, the Walt's Legacy Award-winning cast members. And I spoke with a gentleman at the front of Epcot, and he had a green lanyard on, which means they trade with kids. And he told us that he still wears it because he wished that it was still there, but they no longer just trade with kids anymore. There's no such thing as just a green lanyard. So with Addie, I have to kind of help her trade because I don't want her getting any scrappers. And there's a lot of scrappers out there.
Yeah. Bye, Melly Mel. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that I try to help my kiddos too. Like, I mean, they're older now. I mean, you know, my youngest is 15 or 16 or whatever it is. But, you know, for years and years and years, hey, David, the producer, what's going on? It was, hey, let's have fun, and hey, let's not give away, you know, your favorite. I don't. It's not even valuable. It's your favorite. Like, I don't want the crying on the drive home. Is really what it was about. You know, so it is what it is. What about you? So you brought a dozen, you said, Kelly?
Each in my park bag, I have a lanyard that has about a dozen on it, and so I always take about a dozen when I go for each day.
So when you're in the park and just a normal day, you're going to make 12 or less cast member trades. See, Mickey Sightings, thanks for stopping by.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I'll look. Is this bad? I'll go look at what they have, but I'm not going to trade unless I want what they got.
That's I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm nice about it.
Is it rude to be like, hey, can I see your pins? I mean, I usually say, oh, can I see your pins? And then just say, those are awesome. Thanks so much for letting me see them. And I go about my way. Yeah. I don't, you know, but if I don't want, so is that bad?
No.
I'll say, I just don't see anything that I'm looking for.
So you guys
are like, oh, no problem.
Like, do you think they care if you? No, they don't care. That's funny. I always feel like, I mean, I'm 50 now, and this is why I have to have little kids with me, right? I had to have these kids, and now I have to have these grandkids, or I'm just a weird dude looking at the person.
I don't think you're weird.
No, you know, honestly, when, you know, I was in the Magic Kingdom as wearing a cast lanyard, at least half of the people are not kids.
Oh, I'm sure.
At least. And that's okay. It's, you know, I think it's cool being, you know?
Yeah. I don't care. I like it. I like it a lot. And it always makes for a fun video. I'm going to leave it with this last question for both of you. Favorite pin trading board? Because I love some of the very creative pin trading boards they have. My favorite has become the trash can at Hollywood Studios, right outside of the Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool. And those staff are always really, really fun. And Tracy, yeah, did I see Kenzie hit a big number? Is that what we're talking about? That is so cool. Love seeing you guys in the stream. But anyway, that's my favorite, but there's so many that I like. Always do really, really well at the Pirates of the Caribbean gift store, too. I think they have a couple there. Anyway, What about you guys? Which ones do you guys like?
There's a
It depends
track.
on there's the creative ones. Like I do love, there's a pirate's chest at Pieces of Eight at Disneyland, and they have to open it. So it's really, really cool beans. There's also a jewelry box, or like a hat box actually, on Main Street at the jewelry store, and they open it up and it just, seems special. But if you're talking about which ones usually have the best pins, definitely resorts.
Oh yeah,
Especially Disney Vacation Club Resort.
I was just about to say my favorite pin board for best pins is at Old Key West.
Really?
Absolutely.
In the community room.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because people are there for the
pin.
length of time, and people usually are decent pin traders. They've been doing it for a while, especially if you own at Old Key West. So there's usually good pins there.
What I like about being at the resorts and pin trading is I'm not in a rush.
Right.
At the end of my day, I'm going to fill up my $29 soda thing, and my feet hurt, and I'm in no rush. And then they got me a pin board, and I could look at all 3,000 pins for 20 minutes if I want to. And I mean, when we were at what's the horse one, Saratoga Springs, we got to know that front desk crew quite well in the 4 or 5, 6 days, whatever we were there, and it was fun. I mean, by the time we left, they knew what we were looking for, which was kind of cool.
It's funny you say that because I stayed at Pop, and at Pop they have a big pin board that they would only bring out for a certain time, and it was that stay that I started collecting. They had a set, and I completed the set, and it looks like Maui tattoos from Moana.
Oh, very cool.
And I almost completed the set there, and then on the next trip I finished it, including the chaser. And they always, when they bring that board out, it always had fresh pins on it. So you'd always have some of the new hidden Mickeys, which, by the way, on Corey's new video, he shows the new hidden Mickeys. Yes, he shows the new hidden Mickeys, and there is a attraction set that's got some really great ones. Horizons is on there, a Great Movie Ride.
I love attraction pins.
Pure Pants Flight, and it's the signs from.
That's cool.
From the attractions. It's a super cool hidden Mickey set.
Huh, I'll try. Tracy, good night. Thanks for being here.
Hidden Mickeys, but this set looks amazing. Like really, really cool, kind of retro, some of it. So
I love all that.
Cool.
This is our dream tonight. Thanks. Again, they have a stream tomorrow morning. Mine, I go 9 o'clock Central Time. So what is that? 8 Eastern Time. Beauty and the Beast, that's me and my wife. And then This Is Our Dream and PPP and the Lynn Project. All the streams. I honestly, my wife and my kids make fun of me. I finish my stream. I go do whatever I do. I go downstairs and I put on your stream, Josh. This is our dream stream. And sometimes I even have Nick Nimmin going on over there because I really like Nick Nimmin stuff. And then my family laughs at me and I tell them to shut up. All right. I think we're done. Anybody else want to say anything before we say goodnight to everybody? Before you guys do, Josh, thank you for being our special guest. I really, really love that set you showed. And I was kind of hoping somebody would be able to hook you up with number 12 there, but sounds like you got a plan. Sounds like you're down there in a couple of weeks. Is it 100%? Is it 50-50? Like how likely is it you're going to get this pin?
It's 100%. I'll have this pin.
Because I'm bought in now. You need to complete the set.
It's the medals you collect, correct?
Yeah, Magic of Honor, yeah.
And they're really cool, and they don't tend to sell out right away.
No.
So
Which I'm surprised because they're really cool pins.
Are they?
I know. I'm always surprised that they're still there, but they don't. They're always there, and they're really cool.
Yep, less than a week I'll be there. So
the average pin.
Are they more expensive?
Yeah, is that why they're not?
No, they're like $17.99, I believe.
No, they're the same price as normal. Just for whatever reason, maybe because there's not a lot of color going on, but each one is like a much loved attraction, so it's kind of surprising.
The fastest one that went was the Tiki Room and Great Movie Ride. Those are the ones that sold out the fastest.
I was going to say Tiki Room. For me, the Tiki and Pirates probably be the two I'd want the most.
Imagine that
thing, like when you get somebody like me who's going to if I get it, you do. But
before we go, I got a new pin today,
and
with you guys loving Adventureland, and with me loving the SEA, this is an Adventurers Club pin. Very Adventureland. You can't see it because it reflects. It says an adventurer's life is best, and then it says Kungaloosh at the bottom,
So that's a 28 in Maine set. Yes,
It is. Yes, and I
those.
have been hunting this pin forever, and I'd find it, and somebody would be bidding on it or something, and it would get way crazy. And I finally got. I don't know why it's not limited edition; it's just limited release.
It might be me. I've bid on that pin before, and I don't own it. I really like the 28 in Maine stuff.
Oh yes.
I've got probably, I don't know, not as many as I wish. I'm looking. My big light is in the way to see that board. I have 4 or 5 of them. I opened a box. I got a big, beautiful Tomorrow one, which everybody loves but me. So I should probably trade that one for one I want. Those are beautiful. That's a beautiful set. That's really an expensive store too. I love. Was the co-op?
Yeah.
Co-op. I think. Yeah. I love that 28 Maine. I always come out with socks. That's weird, right?
Hey, gotta have socks.
Probably because I can afford them. Kelly, what about you? What do you got going on over there? Like you were digging around. I want to see what you're showing us here.
What am I doing?
I don't know. I was hoping you were digging around. It looked like you were digging around for something.
Oh, I was messing with my pins. I was just like, listening and.
Anything you want to show people before we say goodnight?
Huh?
Anything you want to show everybody before we say goodnight?
Let me see if I have one I haven't showed. Let's see.
Well, while you look, I'll
show this one.
Oh, okay.
It's a piece of Disneyland one. Taylor got this for me. And I love because it has Donald in the boat on the Pirates ride. And then it's the guy with the pigs.
Oh, yeah.
A little bubble with a piece of one of the boats.
Brett always says that's me. The pirate with the pigs, that's me.
I've almost bought the Tiki Room piece of history or whatever they call it, but I haven't won it. I love that stuff. And there was another one. I think I do own one of those, but it was one that I don't really love. Anyway, I love those. I like that piece of history ones. It kind of goes to me with the Museum of Antiquity one. So if I wanted you guys looking for stuff for me, it would be Museum of Antiquities things. What would it be for you guys? And then we'll end on that, and I'll say goodnight. What do you want people looking for when they think of you, Josh?
Robin Hood, for sure.
Robin Hood. I love that. Kelly?
Well, I'm going to say Robin Hood too. No, but definitely anything Pirates. Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit's not around that much as well, so she's a little harder to find. So definitely Jessica Rabbit or Pirates.
Stephanie Mickler. We haven't seen her yet, so I will try to send her a note. You guys know her. Send her a note. She was in here earlier. She's our winner this week. Hopefully she will show up. Lynn says, just got home, got to pack and shower. I was going to make a joke, but it's inappropriate. It's after midnight. I probably could, but no. Get 1 hour sleep and go to Disney. Love you all. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I'm taking it back. I want to be going to Disney. I'm just jealous. You guys have fun. She'll be there this weekend. You are going live, though, tomorrow morning. Yes, Josh?
Yes, I will be going live. She may join the live. She may not. But either way, I'll have some friends on live with me.
Well, I'll be there in the chat regardless. What do you got coming up, Kelly, for the peeps? I know your show actually precedes this, but anything you want to tell them you got coming up on your channel? And then we're really saying goodnight.
In 2 weeks, I'll have Spilling the Disney Tea at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so that's always fun to get and, dish the Disney tea and talk with friends. So that's super fun. I did just go to Pin Traders and film the entire store. So I'll be working on that this week to share all the pins there. And I also have a new series called My Favorite Things. And I showcase 3 new merchandise items that are my favorite things. And so I got to go shopping around Disney and I always find my favorite things. So that's kind of fun. And then Taylor Ray will be here on Monday night after work. I go pick her up at the airport. And so I'm excited to do Disney with her. So.
Love it. You sound busy. I love it. Good busy, though. I think that's it, people. Tomorrow morning.
What's the countdown for your trip?
What? Oh, countdown? 25 days. 25 days I'll be there. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's Mom's birthday. We're going to hang out and do Festival of the Arts for the first time ever. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a good time. But anyway, tomorrow morning, Beauty and the Beast, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, and then Sunday, DisTube with This Life of Ours, and then Creator Talk, me and Lynn, maybe, or just me. And I don't know what that was, but that's a good place to end. The heck is that?
That's the alarm saying that it's time to Time to end.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to take it as. Perfect. All right. Thanks for being here. If you know Bethany, get a hold of her. Otherwise, we'll see you next week or tomorrow or on his stream. So have a great weekend, people. Thanks for being here. Night.
Very well.
Thank you.